How friends, neighbors, and adventure seekers across the land and around the world. Decided it was time to bring Mildred out and spray some of the mud off of her. She was looking a little hooky. And I figured, oh, this ain't a bad time to give a little rundown on what I've done to her and what I'm doing on my rally or light adventure build, or whatever you want to call it. Well, as you know, or if you've seen my videos, built the little rally fairing on there, moved the whole thing forward 4 inches, got the tablet holder in there so I can have the tablet for navigation, and just recently put these hand guards on. Of course, I've got adjustable levers and my air freshener, yo. And that's about it for what I've done to the front of it. I really need to do something about these shocks. I'm gonna start with some thicker fork oil and see how it rides, and I'll probably end up putting bushings in there too to stiffen up that preload. Also, we've got this homemade skid plate on the bottom. Works really well. Made it out of a cutting board, if you wanted the truth. Those big, heavy plastic cutting boards. Love it. The stuff is tough as hell, and ain't nothing gonna happen with that. And then I got those little tank bags that go over the tank. ATV ones you see on, on Amazon. They're kind of funky. I had to put the Velcro strips on to hold them forward. Otherwise, there would be no place to grab hold of the motorcycle with my knees when I'm standing up out in the dirt. But overall, yeah, they're handy for little stuff. Of course, on the back, I've got my KTM tool bag. What else do we got going on here? We did the fender delete. Move that light forward. Move the blinkers in. Just built little brackets for the license plate and cleaned up that back end quite a bit. Of course, I shaved down the seat. Probably see it better from the other side here. Took that hump out, and I decided to soften it up. So I cut a bunch of chunks out of the bottom of it underneath this portion, and gives it a little bit more cushion for the pushing for my fat behind. Performance wise, haven't done a whole lot. Of course, I got the pod filter on there, and that is the original carburetor. That Schwingway, whatever the hell it is. They're actually a piece of junk. I'm planning on upgrading that one eventually. But, you know, I did cut out the tamper-proof bolts and tuned it and everything. So, I mean, it works. It works pretty well. And, of course, the muffler, which really improved the flow. I have not yet decatted it. When I welded the muffler, it was with a welder that I had borrowed from somebody, and he wanted it back. So I didn't get a chance to do the decat thing, but I also want to get that done. As for the upgrades that I've got planned this winter, I really want to get the big bore kit in there. and quite possibly upgrade that carburetor and at least get some bigger foot pegs on this thing. Those things are horrible. They're teeny. I just hate them. I want to get some good ones that I can get a good grip on, because I truly plan on being the first idiot to take this bike, or a Hawk, on a BDR. I really want to do the Nevada BDR on the Chinese bike, just to shut up all the haters. Anyways, that's the plan. I don't live far away from Elko, which is the cutoff between section 5 and 6 on the Nevada BDR. And if I get all these upgrades done by springtime, I'll be able to... Goddamn noisy ass truck. Deliberately step on the gas, didn't he? But if I get these upgrades done, next year in springtime, or later spring, because if you do section 6 of that BDR too early, there's a lot of snow in between Elko and Jarbidge on that thing. But it's only like 106 miles for that section, so I want to give that one a try first before I try out section 5, which is a long one. It's at least 220 miles, and if you make a wrong turn on it, you could be in trouble. I've got a 3-gallon tank that gives me a minimum, even if I'm driving it hard, 150-mile range. That's still nowhere near the 220. So what I want to do is, I'm planning on tearing out the air box on this, and I want to put an auxiliary fuel tank underneath the seat. If I can find a fuel tank that'll fit, I will definitely be doing that. If not, I may build one, because I really don't want to just run around with roto pack up here and stuff, having all that extra weight up high. I want to keep it down as low as possible. And if I build a fuel tank under there and then have cut out here somewhere so I can have a fuel cap coming out there, I should be able to do it. I'll also need to build some kind of luggage rack on the back for bags, so I can just keep them off the muffler, even though this thing really doesn't get that hot. And I'll probably put a little bigger plate on the back of this. I'll probably make it out of the same thing I built this box out of to move the headlight forward. And that's the plan. We'll see what happens. Not much else to say about the Hawk, but there is one thing I wanted to say. I opened my Murch store on Teespring. So I've only got a couple items on there right now. A shirt and a hat. No, a hat and a coffee cup. I haven't made a shirt yet. But anyways, so if you want a hat or a coffee cup, head on over to my description and I'll leave a link in there so you can zip on over to my Murch store and grab yourself a coffee cup or a hat that says, "Why don't we do it in the dirt?" Yeah. Y'all know the deal. Stay safe. Have fun on your adventures. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.